Hey everyone, it's Franco, your business vlogger here. Today I wanted to go over Google search and Instagram ads and what the difference is between those. To start off, let me tell you a little story. On Tuesday, I was actually on my way back to my car after work and I wanted to adjust my frames a little bit since they were falling off. They were a little loose. So I bent them a little bit, which I know it's dangerous, and I bent them at that point and they snapped in half. So that's horrible, and as you can tell, I'm using contacts right now. So that was some unfortunate news that I had that day, and to be honest, I hate contact lenses. I only use them maybe 2 to 3 hours a day when I have to go to the gym. But other than that, I prefer to use glasses, right? However, as I realized that I needed to buy new frames, I went on Google search and I made a purchase within 15 minutes of doing a search online. And that specific decision that I made me remember an occurrence in which a few days before I had a conversation with my business partner and a potential client about Google, Facebook slash Instagram, and how those two platforms differed. And I think that it's extremely important to be able to know how they differ because they are good avenues that you might be able to take for your specific business. So what I want to go over today is why they're different and what you might be able to do depending on your situation. So my business partner and I, we always come across business owners that are always thinking about Instagram ads. And when we say Instagram, we also mean Facebook, Messenger, etc. Now, Instagram itself is actually very hot right now. If you hear anyone talk about social media, they're always talking about, oh, follow me on Instagram, check out my content on Instagram. And they don't really think about Google search. But I think that that is something that people should really know is out there and that it can provide them a good opportunity to grow their business. So let's go over the difference between Google and Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, right? That's all going to be one pile versus Google. So let's talk about Google first. Google is more of a high intent search or advertisement, right? So what I mean is people who are searching on Google are looking for solutions to their problems. In my case, I needed a new frame because I broke mine. And I went to Google search, typed in frame, and came up with a few options. After I went to one or two of those ads that were the top ones in search, I made a purchase within 15 minutes. Right? So that was a high intent. I went through because I needed something and I found my solution. Now, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, these are all platforms that I would say are more passive. And what I mean by that is that when someone's on Facebook or Instagram, they're not looking for a specific product or service. They are looking to see what their friends and family are doing, right? So it might take you a little bit more convincing to be able to convince them that they should buy your product or service since they're not looking for it right now. Now you're probably wondering which is the better option. Well, it depends on what your customer journey is. And typically being able to use both platforms together will help you tremendously. So imagine using Google search to bring you traffic from people that are looking for your product or service right away. And if they don't purchase, you can retarget them with Facebook and Instagram ads. So for example, and this is something I saw when I did my search for frames. I went onto Google, I searched for frames, I came across a few links, I clicked on them, and I made a purchase on one of those pages, right? Now, a few minutes later when I went to Instagram, right, and I had already made my purchase, but when I went to Instagram, I came across the ad or an ad from one of those pages that I had checked out that I did not purchase from. So that is how you might be able to use both different platforms, Google search and Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. And that is really how you are able to really bring in people who are interested and then sell to them. Now, there are a bunch of other things that you might be able to use. You might be able to use display network on Google. You might be able to retarget with LinkedIn ads, which I've seen people do. But in this specific scenario or this specific example, we spoke about how you're able to use Google search and Instagram ads to be able to really improve the chances of you closing a sale. So one of the things that's important to have activated whenever you do any of these campaigns are pixels or different types of conversion tracking. That way, Facebook knows that a specific person was on your site, and that depending on what they did on that site, you can show them a specific ad, right? So if you're setting up a campaign like this to be able to retarget, make sure that you have that pixel or that script enabled on your site. That way you're able to use that data to feed your ads and let your ads know when they need to show up. So that's my example today. I hope that you found it useful. And if you did, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more content. As you know, I like to be able to share everything that comes to mind that is related to business or marketing. So I hope that you stay in touch for the next couple of videos. Thanks and have a great day.